Good evening. Here in this class, we will see the 2015 to 2011 question paper. So in this area, okay, 2015 to 2011, there was a lot of questions with respect to the data interpretation type also. Okay, but those things we'll discuss later, like a pie chart. So those things we'll do later. Okay, bar chart. Here we'll do the questions such as question based and then option with this kind of models we'll see here. So in a test, a candidate attempted only 8 questions and secured 50% of the mark in each of the questions. Please remember, each of the questions. Okay. The next here is if you obtained a total of 40% in the test and all the questions in the test carried equal marks. How many questions were there in the test? Okay. Here you need to find out how many questions are there. The first thing here is the candidate attempted only 8 questions. Then second data here is secured 50% of the mark in each of the question. All over he got only 40%. All the questions carried equal marks. So that is the thing here. All the question carries equal marks. So therefore, let us take each question carries 100 marks. That is maximum mark. Right. So after this, totally 8 questions are there. Right. Total 8 questions. So therefore here he obtained 40% of the test. 40% of the test. Then 40% of the test. All the questions in the test carries equal marks. Then 8 questions totally 800 marks. Isn't it? You can take like this. Okay. Then any other data provided here? In how many questions here secured 50% of the mark in each question. So therefore let us take 50% of this one. So 50% of 800, which is equal to 400. So he got totally 400 marks. That 400 marks is equal to 40%. 40% of right, total mark is equal to 400. Then the total mark is equal to 400 into 100 by 40. So just we are bringing towards the RHS. After bringing towards the RHS, just cancel this one. 10. So therefore 1000. So then we need to find out the total number of questions. So total number of questions here is equal to total mark here is 1000 divisible by maximum mark here is 100. Cancel this one. So therefore total number of question is 10. If you are having any doubt, you can ask quickly. If no doubt, we will move on to the next question. Anybody having the doubt here? Okay. Okay. When you are showing thumbs up, okay, we'll move on to the next question. Fine. Candidate in a competitive examination consisted of 60% of men and 40% of the women, right? 70% of the men and 75% of the women cleared the qualifying test and enters the final test, where 80% of the men and 70% of the women were successful. Which of the following is or correct? Okay, we need to just go with the data provided in the question. That's it. Here, candidate in a competitive examination considers 60% of men and 40% of the women. So just take the total as a 1000 candidate. After taking as a 1000 candidate, then you can make a table, or else you can go according to the data itself here. So men here is 60%. So 60% of 1000 here 600. Then women. So even you can take under also total candidate. Okay, anything is fine. So then here this is equal to men 60% means woman rest is 400. That is 40%. Then next data here is 70% of the men clearing the qualifying test. So then you can take men clearing qualifying. So which is equal to 70%. 70% of men's. So 70% of 600. So 70%, 7 6 42. So therefore 420. Then number of women. So let's take number of women clearing the qualifying test. So which is equal to 75% of 400. So 75% of the 400, which is equal to 300. Right, 75 into 4 times. So this is 300. Then according to the question here, successful, right, successful in the final. So men 80%. So 80% of the qualifying. What is the 80% of the qualifying here? 420. So 80% of the qualifying 420. So 80%. Right. So 8 into 42. 336. Then woman is equal to 70% of 300. Since the qualifying is 300, out of which successful is 70%. Then 210. So finally we need to find which one we need to find here. Which of the following statement is correct? We need to find out the success rate, women and men. So success rate, let us take here for a men. So which is equal to how many of them clearing 336 out of what is the total number of men here? 600. So which is equal to, in terms of percentage, it is nothing but 56%. So with respect to the woman successful, 210 out of 400 women, which is equal to 52 point percentage. Percentage means you have to multiply with the 100. Okay. Now you can go with the statements. The success rate is higher for women. No. The overall success rate is below. That is also no. More men cleared the examination than women. Which is right one? B or
C, sir.
C. I think somebody answers B in the comment box. So please check here. Okay. Next year. So next year is if Shohan, while selling two goods at the same price, please remember the selling price are same. So that is the first data. Selling price are same. Then makes a profit of 10% on one good, suffer a loss of 10% on another good. Then one gives you profit, your same profit, and then same percentage of loss means what is the procedure? X by 10 the whole square, provided what is the condition? The selling price are same. This and all we are done in the concept and all we are done during the foundation itself, right? So then x here is 10, so 10 by 10 the whole square. Always remember, when one gives you profit, another one gives you the loss with the same percentage, means the overall gives you a loss only always. Overall loss only always. You can do by PCG method, you can do by successive increase and decrease method, whatever the method you can apply, fine. So therefore 1% loss here, therefore he suffers 1% loss. Understood everyone? Let us move on to next question. Shall we move on to the next question? Okay. Here this question is related to that out of a total number of 120 musicians in a club, 5% can play all the three instruments. 5% play all the three instruments: guitar, violin, flute. If so, happens that the number of musicians who can play any two, and only two of the above instrument is 30. Then the number of musicians who can play the guitar alone is 40. Then the number of musicians who can play the, so what is the total number who can play the violin alone or flute? Violin or flute. So here first thing here is you can do by Venn diagram method, also you can do by normal method also. Here it says that total musician is equal to 120. So number of musician plays all three is equal to 5% of 120. You know what is 5%? 5 by 100 into 120. So you can cancel here, right? So therefore here you can cancel this one. Then how many times here? Or else 0 0 you can cancel. Overall you will get a 6. Right. Now 20. So therefore if you want you can do simplification also. 5 by 100 is equal to 1 by 20. Then you can cancel that. That is also fine. Fine. Next here is the data provided here is the number of musicians who play two and only two instruments. So which is equal to 30. So guitar alone is equal to 40. So violin or flute. Simple. Take the data 120, subtract everything here. Minus 40 minus 30 minus 6. So which is equal to 44. That's it. The answer is 44. You can go with the Venn diagram method also. Anything is fine. You can do the Venn diagram also. Anybody needs a Venn diagram method, or else this method is fine? Hmm?
So, what do we mean by the statement that who can play any two and only two of the above instrument?
Any two, only two of the instrument. What do you mean by only two? Which area you need to take your when you are doing Venn diagram? When you are doing means there only you have to be very careful. Only two. Which region? Only two. Hmm. This three dot. Huh? This three dot.
Yes, sir.
You can play any two means. Can you say the same one? Any two. So any two means here you can take a guitar and a flute. So then which region? This region? Getting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That only they are mentioning. But you have to be very careful. Don't get a confusion here. So this area. This area. Okay. So you can take X, Y, Z. You can take A, B, C, D. So like this you can take. Right. Then according to that data, X plus Y plus Z plus full. Right. A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 120. Then D alone we can able to find here. So what is the D alone? 5% means 6 here. Then what has been provided? A plus B plus C. That has been provided here 30. Then X has been provided here 40. Find out the difference here. Total 120 minus, subtract these things, 76, which is equal to 44. You can go with any method, Venn diagram, or else you can go with a normal method also. Okay. Fine means we will move on to the next question. Shall we move on to the next question? Okay. Fine. So please, this is the, don't get panic by seeing the lengthy questions, okay, in the examination. So this is also very simple only. A and B decided to travel from X to Y. X to Y. Both A and B decided to travel. A has a fare. A has rupees 10. He finds that 80% of the bus fare is for 2 persons. 80% for 2 persons. Right. Now, B find that he has rupees 3. So what is overall? A plus B. So they are having rupees 13. So therefore 80% of the fare is equal to what? He has rupees 10. That is 80%. A has rupees 10 with him. He find that it is, please remember, it is 80%. So therefore this 10 rupee is equal to 80% of the fare of 2. Fare of 2. Then fare of 2 is equal to 10 into 100 by 8. You can 8 or 80. 80%. 80. 0 0 cancel. 1 by 8, 12.5. So therefore actually how much they are having? Fare of 2. Fare of 2 here A and B. Now go with the options now. So excess they are having now 0.5 pies. So that is 50 pies here. They are having excess 0.5. Okay, 50 pies. Let us take here. Now the money A has is just enough to buy a 2 ticket. That in, see here whether it is 12.5. It is not 10. So therefore eliminate. A still need a rupees 2.5 2 for buying the ticket. No. After buying the 2 tickets, A will left with rupees 50. Sorry, 50 pice here. The money A now as is still not sufficient. It is sufficient to buy 2 tickets. Now tell me which one is correct. C, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Since listen very carefully, and it over to A. So therefore you need to add that money and then you need to compare that. Okay, don't compare with 10 rupees. Please remember, don't compare with 10 rupees, since the question is here. If you check with the B option, here they are mentioning as a C option also A, right? A will be left with rupees 15. In RE situation, don't compare that 50 pice with the 10 rupee. You have to compare that, sorry, that 12.5 with the A plus B, since now the A is having rupees 13 after B is handed over that to the A. Please remember, this is a very simple thing. Don't do a mistake. Okay, fine. Let us move on with the next question. So there are 100 students in a particular class. So therefore number of students here is 100. So n of u is equal to 100. 60% of the student play a cricket. Cricket here is 60. Those who play a football here is 30. 10% plays both the games. So both means intersection. Right. This is 10. Then what is the number of students who play neither? So these and all simple set language based questions, Venn diagram based questions. But those days, see here 2011. Those days that they are asking you 10th standard level question, 9th standard level question. That's it. So here they're asking you to find out the what is C intersection, that is C dash intersection F dash. Since neither means they're not playing cricket as well as football, right? So this only you need to find out. If you know the De Morgan theorem, De Morgan laws, then A dash intersection B dash is equal to A union B the whole dash. A union B the whole dash is equal to universal to minus getting A union B. That's it. So this is the basic concept with respect to the De Morgan law. You have studied in your 9th standard, 10th standard, but might be not remembering. Some you people may remember. Now listen. The first thing is to find out the n of C intersection F is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A union B. So now, so instead of A, B, you can use C and F. So therefore C here, F here, C union F. Now this data C intersection F has been provided here. 10, 60, then 30. So let us find the union. So n of union means either or, either plays a C or, that is cricket or football. So therefore 90 minus 10, which is equal to 80. You have found this one. Then automatically you can able to find out n of C dash intersection F dash is equal to, just now I mentioned, this apply here, n of C intersection F, the C intersection or union. Okay, changes the sign here, since when you are using the bar, whole bar. So which is equal to n of U minus n of C union F. So which is equal to n of U, you know. So what is n of U? 100 total. So C union F just now you have found as a 80. So therefore 100 minus 80 is equal to 20. 20 is the answer for this question. Neither play football or cricket. Understood? Shall we move on to the next question? Anybody having the doubt here? No means we will move on to the next question. Okay.
Is there any other method we can do with?
You can go with the Venn diagram method also. But when the data are directly provided means it is not necessary.
Okay, sir.
Every data are provided here. Right.
Yes, sir.
Next, this one. In a group of persons, 70% of the persons are male. 30%. See, still UPSC were asking this kind of models. 2011. Okay, they are following some patterns. Okay. In a group of persons, 70% of the persons are male. 30% of the persons are married. So they nowadays you are getting like a foreigner, Indian student, like this. Those who are studying this kind of things only they are providing. They're changing the words. That's it. Now take the total year. Total year as 100. Then automatically you can able to find the male and female. 70. Now listen very carefully. This 30 is related to the married. You can take this as a married. Then you can take this as unmarried. The total 30% are married here. 30% are married. So listen, this is total. So unmarried here is 70. Now the total is 100. Male is 70 means female is 30. That's it. Now 2 by 7th of the male. 2 by 7th of the male. So that is the according to the question. 2 by 7th of the male here is 70. 2 by 7th. Cancel this one. 10. So therefore they are married. So here 20. Out of 70, 20 married means 50 unmarried. Now here unmarried total is 70. 50 are male, then automatically 20 are female. So now here married total is 30, male married is 20, therefore here 10. So therefore you can fill the data like this. Now you need to find out what fraction of the female is single. Female is single means unmarried. So now 20 out of what is the total female? 30. Cancel here. So which is equal to 2 by 3. Got it? Anybody having the doubt? No doubt means you can say. Okay, no doubt. Fine. So now let us complete the percentage of PQs discussion. Let me complete the recording part and then we will discuss. Okay.